Okay, so today's question is about this fourth wave. Okay, there's another wave coming up, extended lockdown, and also increased number of infections. Okay, so then I drew out the cards. So first of all, we have the Nine of Cups. So Nine of Cups here, and yeah, okay, these are the cards. I'll show you what the cards came out as. Okay, so right now we are in this energy. There is this young, fresh energy which is coming in, and the energy is showing us. Okay, so this is the Nine of Cups. So it's showing us. Okay, the Nine of Cups is all about wanting to show what you have. So here is showing off us to basically is pulling down the scarf. So this kind of gesture, it seems that to pull down your mask. Okay, so the energy that's coming in is basically asking us to take off our mask. And this is going to be, this message is going to be spread far beyond. Okay, so it's beyond our community. It's basically to the world. So here you have a snake here. The snake here, it represents wisdom. It also represents change, rebirth. So it seems like there will be some kind of a change coming in where we can then take off our mask, or that there is going to be this situation is going to lift up pretty soon, or there will be some kind of awakening. So here, what's happening here is that, once again, the card on the right is the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands here, what I saw was this blue rose. And if you look up blue rose, the significance of a blue rose, it means something like it is an impossibility. So here this energy is looking at the blue rose. At the same time, there's a lake here. So whenever you look into the lake, you can actually see the reflection of the blue rose. So what's happening is that we are beginning to see the real situation for what it is. So in this case, blue rose could mean something impossible. That means the impossibility of achieving zero infection rate. Okay, and we can see it up there in the moon, in the clouds, and as well as in the waters. Now, at the same time here, we're putting up 9 wands. So we are pretty guarded, okay? So we are now a bit wary of what's going on. And because we are wary of what's going on, what's happening is that we can start to see the impossibility of achieving a zero infection rate. Okay, so we are starting to see that this whole thing is beginning to fall apart. Whatever agenda, whatever narrative that they want to push forward, we are actually awakening. Okay, then after that, these are the next few cards here. So once again, this energy, this young energy here, is beginning to wake us up. Okay, it's beginning to wake us up. We are in a nightmare, whatever we do. And, you know, there's this man who is, you know, drunk because we are feeling hopeless. So this young energy is coming in and say, don't lose hope. There is hope. Now, the current situation as it is now is the whole system here, it is corrupt. Okay, the whole legal system, the whole monarchy system, everything is corrupt, and here we are, the public, and we have lost hope. So here they are putting up a show, except us. It's like whatever that they legislate, we have to take the brunt of it. So they're in their suits, in their comfortable chair. Okay, yes, they are also connected to this particular system, which is evil system. But here we are kind of like out of it. They have their comfortable chairs, their suits, and they want us to be chained. And some of us would be chained, but here we are feeling hopeless. So this whole thing that's going on, they benefit from us, and they want to chain us so that they can benefit from us. But we're definitely not benefiting from this whole system. So we kind of lose hope, and yeah, so but the energy is coming in now to say that don't lose hope. There's hope yet. Okay, so what happened is that this energy is bringing us to this card here where it says, you know, there is hope. There is some kind of universal force that is taking care of us, and he can see it through the telescope. So he is beginning to realize, or the public is beginning to realize, that there is hope, and the hope is there's this universal force. And finally, the card here is that from here, this man comes to this stage where he puts on his gear, and this is the Six of Swords. So Six of Swords meaning that there is a transition from something which is not benefiting him to somewhere that he wants to go that will benefit him. So he realizes that he has been drunk all this while, that, you know, they were putting us under a stupor, kind of like putting us into a drunken state where it's surrounded by blue rose, kind of like impossibility, tying us down, okay? So the impossibility, once again, it is the impossibility of getting out of this situation. Zero infection, they keep on saying zero infection. And we kind of like give in, we have relinquished our own personal responsibility to them, okay, basically to these people here, okay? And because of that, because we have relinquished our personal responsibility, we become drunk. There's no aim in our life. So right now, the next card, it shows there's a difference here. Here we're just sitting around aimless and thinking of the, you know, trying to help the system achieve the zero infection rate, but actually is an impossible situation. But we're drunk. We're drunk. Okay, we can't see because we're drunk. So the next phase is that because of this young energy coming in to bring us awareness, and that we actually see that we are part of the universe, and the universe, the universal force is with us. So then because of that, you get this renewed vigor. So here he is, no longer in a drunk stupor, but he has a goal here. He's wearing his outfit, and he's even strong enough to carry this young energy, okay, to go from a place where it's like this to a place where it is like this. Okay, so basically the energy is that we're taking charge of our lives, and we're taking this energy along with us. Okay, this renewed thinking, okay, is the one that helped us to awaken, and we're taking it along, and we're ready to make the journey from this to here. And the journey here is where we have finally found water, or, you know, we have found water, and as you can see, the skies are blue. So this may not be the end of the journey, but for this particular phase, there is a lightening of our burden by seeing things for what they really are. It brightens up our mind, which is why it's now clear blue sky. So as you can see the cards, okay, yes, this is not really clear blue sky. The sky is hazy. Okay, this is universal force, so the sky, the night sky is very beautiful. But for the rest, and this is where the young energy is coming in, so you can see he is looking into the beyond the borders, or, you know, into the world, and to him it's bright world, okay, and he's going to be bringing that message. So when he looks into the blue rose, so when you go into the mental realm where you look into the blue rose, everything is dark and gloomy. Okay, so yeah, And this is the system that we are at now. So those people, they want us all tied to the system, and they are tied to the system as well. And they want us to be tied to the system. As you can see, we're not benefiting from the system. Okay, and they want us to keep us drunk. They want us to be drunk, to remain drunk. And this is where this new energy is coming in, where it's awakening us. So we have been drunk all this while with all this fear. So this person here is giving us the hope. He sees into the telescope. He notices that we are much more than this. We have to break away from this. Okay, so here it signifies freedom. It signifies power, a universal force. And because of that, we are breaking away from this impossibility, the impossible notion of achieving zero infection rate. Okay, so here what happened is that now we have moved from here to here. We're going to put on our gears, and we're taking this fresh energy outlook with us to move on to the next stage. And the next stage is where we achieve clear-mindedness. Okay, now from this card, it seems that for this particular phase, we are in a much better position than what we started. Okay, but it doesn't mean that the journey has ended. Maybe this is the first part of the journey. But for this first part of the journey, we are going to triumph.